things really started to go for him? He looked like he got more comfortable as the day went on.
Well, I think what they were doing a pretty good job of trying to take away the run. And while they were doing that, they had actually given us some seams that we felt we could take advantage of as far as the pass game goes. Early in the game, we had dropped a couple that didn't help us at all. But as we started to catch the ball, we started to become more effective with that. So that turned out to be good for us later on.
Some teams get off to the slow start, it might rattle them. You guys have been wearing the number 3, top 5 label all year long. Do you kind of see a certain confidence in your guys maybe right now that you didn't see in week 1?
Well, I think the only thing people we talk about is we can't do anything about what's already happened, but we can do everything about what this next play is. So it's about giving it 100% effort and being really mentally focused on the next play. And that's really what our job is. So we expect to be able to do whatever we need to do for the next play, the next series, the next quarter to give it our very, very best. If that's enough to wind up with a victory, we'll wind up with a victory. If it's not enough, then we're going to have to live with it.
You saw that confidence, though, in their eyes at the end of the first quarter?
We've had that confidence in a while. I mean, that's the kind of confidence we have in our team. There's no point in a game where we think our guys are going to let up. We may have some mental lapses, and we may make some mistakes, but normally our guys are never going to let up in terms of effort.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
When you're down by a point in the third quarter, what was your major frustration to that point of the game?
The fact that we were down by a point. I still thought that there was plenty of time. It was disappointing when Alex had thrown the interception, but then we came back and we got the fumble. So they kind of canceled each other out. So that was certainly a big plus. The interception I think that Booby had gotten was certainly a big one for us. But I was pleased with the effort. It was a rotten first quarter for us, and I think the second, third, fourth quarter, as a team, we played well. I was pleased with the offense for the 3 quarters. I was pleased with the special teams the entire game. I thought the defense, similar to what we've done in the past, we've come up with some big plays and we come up with some big stops. We also gave up some easy yards that we really never should have given up.
In result, you score 40 points, you win, and you go into a bye week now. Is this coming at a great time for you guys after this week off?
I think there isn't any question about that, Ryan. I think, we need a break. We've been going hard since the end of July. Our guys only get Monday off, and they need to catch up with all the stuff they have to do as far as school goes. We work hard. We work our guys hard. Our coaches have not had a day off since the end of July, so we're looking forward to a little bit of a break here.
You held out Quinn Backus and Brett Johnson. Could they have played, and what exactly is their injury?
I think Quinn would have been able to play if we thought he had to. Brett, we didn't think was ready to play. But Quinn probably could have if we needed him, but we decided we just didn't want to risk that. So he wasn't going to the game, period.
Is it ankle, foot? What's the exact thing?
Got a problem with his toe.
And Brett?
Brett was his shoulder.
Is he due back after the bye?
He had a toe too. He had a toe also. He had a turf toe thing.
Is he expected back after the bye?
I would expect them. Yeah, I expect them both back.
And then what's Richie's status? He left the game with the shoulder.
Don't know yet. Is
that concerning to see him walk
off? Sure. No, Richie's one of our best players. So anytime you lose one of your best players, especially if you don't know what ultimately is going to happen, that's always an issue. So we're certainly concerned about that.
I know you probably haven't had a chance to look at the stats, but some of the guys who stepped in there for Quinn and for Brett Johnson, I thought did an outstanding job defensively.
I agree. We had Cole Blackburn in there as well. Rashad had a real good day, I thought. We had Amir Saunders in when Richie Sampson was out. So we had a lot of guys that are backup guys that really did a wonderful job, I think, of stepping up when they were in there.
So when did you find out you were starting today, and what was your reaction to that?
I was in for first team all week, and then the game, I know it was first string, and then we went into the locker room, and Coach asked me was I ready, and I told him yes, sir, and then I got the notice right before the game.
You had a pretty nice game. How did it feel to contribute like you did in this first start?
Oh, it felt really good. It just showed that a lot of film work, went in and paid off.
Did Quinn or Brett give you any advice before?
Oh, yeah. Quinn was always in my ear. Every time it was a TV timeout or every time the defense was off on the sideline, he was giving me pointers. He was in my ear, telling me what to do, what to look for. So, yeah.
Did anything surprise you playing that many minutes, that many snaps?
No, nothing really surprised me for real because, as I said again, film work paid off. Also, not really surprised us.
How ready are you guys for a bye week now after 7 straight games?
Yeah, we need this bye week pretty bad right now, and hopefully get some people back healed, back on their feet, ready to go after the bye week.
was a career high, 111 yards for you. Looked like you and Alex had a good connection today. Just tell me about your game.
This game actually, I devoted it to my mom. She was in the hospital, so I really had like a lot of motivation going into the game today. But as far as me and Alex, it was just what we do all year, you know, working in the summer stuff.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's doing better. I just found out they sent her home, so it's a good message.
Okay, so you got good news.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The offense started kind of slow. Were you guys getting worried there at halftime?
Yeah, it seemed like it's a repeat from what we were doing the previous week that we got to correct. So we're looking to it in the bye week, see what we can do different to correct it. And I'm sure we got the best coaches in the nation. I think we'll get it corrected.
That was a nice touchdown catch you had. It stride in the end zone. How big did that moment feel when you guys get that score right there?
I feel like it was a turning point. Got our offense and our defense real hype. You know, and that's what you got to do. You got to have energy coming in games like this.
Slow start today, strong finish. What was different in the second half? What were you thinking at halftime?
We just started executing as an offense. We started running a lot faster. We started tempoing like we usually do as an offense. And we just picked up in the second quarter and carried over into the second half.
A few of those big completions to Bruce seemed to loosen things up a little bit. How big were those two catches in particular?
Well, those are big. He's getting open and I'm throwing him the ball. You know, whenever he's open, I'm reading the defense, and when he's open, I'm going to throw it. Whenever the other guys get open, they get the ball too.
When you went down 14-13, you guys came right back. Was that kind of like a spark under y'all? We got to answer right here and get this lead back?
Well, yeah, you know you got to answer or else you're going to lose the game. So as an offense, we knew we were going to have to put up points if we wanted to win because they were moving the ball pretty well as an offense. And our defense came up with stops when we needed it. I threw an interception, and then our defense got the ball back for us. And also, Purnell had a nice pick that really helped with the offensive game plan.
You threw 7 games now, you get a bye week. What's your evaluation to this point of the season? 7-0?
Well, it was a good start, but we definitely need to start picking it up towards the end of the season.
It's probably a closer first half and 2.5 quarters than you might have expected. What was the feeling as they take the lead in the third quarter?
Leading into the third quarter, we just wanted to get everything fixed, that happened in the first quarter. And we just basically wanted to get our communication down.
Take me through your interception. It seemed like you had a good read on the ball and it was kind of lofted up there.
Well, it was actually a busted play, but I ended up driving through my man, and the last second I peeked and I just seen the ball and I just wanted to make a play on it and end up, changing the game a little bit.
Yeah, that was a big moment. How big did it feel at the time, momentum-wise?
Oh, it's always good to get an interception, man. It was a great feeling, man.
You've got 3 now this year. What's gotten into you this season?
Nothing much, man. Hey, I'm just blessed to have the opportunity to come out here and play, man. And it's my last year, and I just want to go out with a bang, man.
How much do you guys need this bye week now coming up?
Oh, we need it. We got a lot of guys that are banged up, hurt. Richie Sampson ended up hurting himself, his shoulder. Quinn Backus is down, Brett's down. So we actually need this week to, get everybody healed up so we can be ready to play, finish out this conference.